Yeah, and we are in kind of a race market right now. Like, how fast are we all going to get to? I guess there isn't really a finish line, but at least stay out in front. Anush, when we were prepping, you said I have something provocative. So I want to make sure that I share that with the whole audience too. And you said, I don't know if it'll be, if people will like it, but for those of us who have a seat-based model, we may be cannibalizing that with AI. So tell us more about this.
So more controversial.
Okay.
Yeah, but just to give everybody a little bit of context, so my company, we provide a phone system for sales and support teams. And when LLMs came about and AI came about, the first thing that we thought of was, all right, we can do call summarizations. We can listen on these calls and summarize the calls and summarize the summaries and drive insights and all these usual stuff, which was value add, and it was pretty cool. But when these AIs these models learn to talk, we were like, okay, here's a problem. Like, what if we now have a virtual agent, an AI agent that is picking up inbound calls? So for a call center of 100 people, if AI is basically doing just the receptionist stuff, then 10 of my seats are not going to be there anymore because this was their job. And the reality of the matter, like I've been following this for a while. The reality of the matter is the LLMs and the models from a conversational perspective, not solving perspective, just having a conversation, they have reached a point when they're above an average human being that you hire for your call center. So if my company goes ahead and starts offering these virtual agents, one of the side effects is that we might be actually cannibalizing our own license and user revenue from the other side, right? So when we were prepping for this panel, so I brought this in, that even for an inbound call center use case, right, this is the reality of the matter. And then just following of what pretty much everybody else said, we released this, we were unsure how to price it, and I wish that I'd met Ethan a little bit sooner to tell me not to worry about it, but well, I started worrying about it, and I was like, oh, now that I'm stressing over it, there are like 3 ways that I can price this. There is, should I look into how many times it's taking a call and, let's say, connecting it to the right place that it needs to go? Or answering a very basic question, like how do I change my password? How do I pay my invoice? This and this. And then, well, that didn't fly so well. Then we went into just pure consumption based. Like, we should just charge for it every time that it picks up a call, 1 minute, 2 minutes. And then we were like, okay, well, what about all the calls that have dialed the wrong number? We're charging our customer for something that is not pertinent to them. And then we were like, should we look at the agents that this is replacing and say that, hey, we are going to charge you just as much as you were paying for those agents in license fees? And then we became a little bit more creative and said, should we just charge you for the salary cost of those agents that you were paying? But we're still at a point where, like, as the title says, well, the title doesn't say it, but nobody really knows the answer to this question yet. Like, we've been trying with all these alternative ideas. Like, some of our customers fear the price because most customers, as everybody here I assume agrees, most customers overestimate what their potential usage is going to be and their real usage is much lower, right? So we don't know what the answer is, but we are definitely, like, in a utility software company like mine, and as the previous speaker was also talking about this, there is a real risk that just by us, the vendor, creating more and more AI-driven features, we might be hitting the other line items of our revenue.
Yes. Great. Anush?
On how to price, the lessons that I've personally learned is, just going off of what Abid said, many people overestimate their usage, so they think that they're going to be doing all this awesome stuff. So they come and buy a subscription package or whatever. They don't use it, but they're going to go cancel it, right? So we experimented with credit-based or consumption-based type of system, and that has been doing well. We also ended up looking at, okay, so again, this is very unique to my market, and maybe with the Peaches market, we had a conversation on this, that if my AI is resolving issues that was previously done by a human, like how much is this resolution worth to you? Is it worth 50 cents? Is it worth $1? Is it $1.19, right? And if my AI is able to deflect the matter and not get it to a human, just pay me that. And if my AI makes some mistakes or can't solve it, then I'm not going to charge you. You know, you make a deal with your customers that way. So variable consumption based. One more thing that I've realized, and being in San Francisco, the cost of intelligence is going down very, very rapidly, right? Like one of the presentations today was OpenAI changed their pricing model 128 times in the past year, right? A lot of people, especially smaller companies, would price their offering essentially as a function of their cost versus function of the value that they're delivering. And that cost is changing. That cost is a race to the bottom, right? So that means your price is going to be racing to the bottom. That means that you're going to be hurting your own image in front of your customers, that why did you sell it at me at this price and then 2 months later come and give it to me at this other price, you know, that at this cheaper price? Why didn't do this at the beginning? And that's something that as a business owner, I need to work on.